Hello, welcome back to Malaysian Artifact. I am Izzy Noodles and we do have another relatively short level today, but again, not particularly tricky. So first thing I'm going to do is open up access to a secret. So we do start off in this kind of, not exactly a hub room, but it looks like there's a few routes to take. So we did take a tiny bit of full damage as well last time, but that's fine, we're okay. So straight from where we land, we can come to this higher ledge, and there will be a block right up here. All you gotta do is pull out this block one space onto its trigger tile. So it's not very clear that there is a trigger tile, but it's there. And what that did was open up access to this secret. So it's opened up this hole in the floor, so do be careful because we will forever have this hole right in the middle of the floor now. So we got some Uzis. Okay, and next I will just grab a couple of medpacks that are in the area. So pretty much straight away, well, I say pretty much, it is literally opposite to the block that we just moved. So one right here. Oh, I knew she was going to grab that flare. So there's one. And the other one, I often forget where it is. I think it might be in this north corner. So right next to the block. Yes. Okay, and now we are ready to move on. So you've probably already spotted we do have a jump switch and also this crowbar lever too. So we don't need to pull the jump switch just yet. So the jump switch is for the higher gate just in the middle of these columns just here. And the crowbar lever is for this lower gate. So we're going to go through the lower gate first. So you can open up access, but you don't really need to because we're not ready. Okay, come on through. I will grab a weapon. Let's go with the shotgun. Watch your head. Lots of wall lamps to get stuck on in this passage. Random train music too, for some wolves. And then come on in and just grab a med pack from the water. So now we do have some jumps to do that are not going to be as tricky as they look. We need to make some hops up to the highest level. But this tile space furthest away from the flame jets is not reached by the flames. So this is why this is not as difficult as it looks. You are completely safe on these outer tiles. So the moment you step into this little cubby way, we will get a flyby of the room. And a snake. So basically make some hops and some leaps to the doorway. So you don't have to deal with the snake, but I will anyway. Okay, and easiest way to do this, just hop towards the slope, hop back, and then grab this next ledge. And then hop and grab the next ledge. And we have the chance to grab a secret here. So all you gotta do, just let go and grab, or drop down and grab rather. and then shimmy all the way over to this sneaky ledge over here. And here we have the grenade gun. Nice. So I likely won't actually use this though, because we do have the crossbow with explosive arrows, and the grenade gun does damage to you, whereas the crossbow doesn't. So I would favour the crossbow for that reason. Okay, not such a tricky jump, but we do have small gaps between the flames to hop across. Okay, these next jumps can be a little tricky just because, well, right here you can see each separate burner, but if I hop back readying myself to go into a running jump, you can't really see very well which burner is lit, whether this front one is lit or not. So if you try and angle your camera so that the flame jet from this first one is actually covering the second, well, mouthpiece, then you'll be able to tell that this one is on or off. So very snug on this jump. Oh, okay. So kind of just giving you an example of what not to do just there, so don't do that. And when you do these next hops, try and keep away from the mouthpieces. These can be very frustrating jumps. Okay, one. And then... How am I on fire? You see? Very frustrating jumps. Okay, or like that, to skip that particular burner. Don't know why I've never thought of doing that before. This is a very frustrating jump. There we go. So next, relatively easy. So just wait for the flame. This burner doesn't seem so bad with that last little bit of flame that still hangs around the mouth. You can still kind of get past it pretty easily. That was snug. And then just approach the door and it will automatically open. There we go. So in this room, we kind of have a floor is lava situation, except it looks like a little tiny spiky forest. So basically, you do not want to fall down there. What we're going to do is just make some hops around the room and exit up there. So pretty easy, to be honest. So firstly, straight up to this ledge. And careful here, it's hard to see where exactly the edge is if you decide to run. Not a tough jump, so if you do run, you most likely are going to make that jump, so that's okay. Grab this medpack. And why did you turn, Lara? Why did you do this? And then just shimmy all the way along. So let go once you have this flat ledge. Easy jump, careful not to overshoot. And then easy jump to the rope. So I'll climb up just to steady myself. And then from the bottom, just climb up one space. This slows down how much momentum you're gonna be getting, because this ledge can very easily be overshot. There we go. And not too tricky a jump right here. Time the flame. Much bigger gap, as you can see, to get across. Bigger time-wise gap, I mean. She's not shimmying to the right. Why isn't she going right? She just went left. Let's try that again. There we go. And just hop off on the left-hand side. We just need to open the gate. So the jump switch right here will do that. Grab this medpack too. And there we go. So we have this important item on the pedestal. Before I grab that, let me just pick up these items to one side. 3 lots of Uzi clips. And now let's grab this. So we have a golden sphere. So just a reminder that we also have a silver sphere and a bronze sphere from the previous levels. So now we have 3 spheres. And picking that up has opened a door just down that passage. Grab this med pack too. Okay, so if you see on the wall, so that door closes behind you, you're kind of trapped here now. On the wall, you can just see there's something funky going on. We have some clang clang doors, so I'm going to save my game. Like, just in case something bad happens. Okay, and next, right here we have these spinning blades. So you kind of want to get through them pretty quick because we have spike traps that will come out of the ground as we're running along. So there is no time to stop and line up for the standing jumps. This level, or this level set, the full game in particular, is one of the only ones that I've played where it forces you to do the sprint rolls through these kind of weapons. I don't know how to describe these. Weapons. Traps. Traps. I guess trap is the word. So when you go to roll, be on kind of the tile line, well, the next tile line, so basically where this odd tile is right in front of me, the tile line furthest from me of this odd tile. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, we need to rush through this pretty quick, and it's not going to be easy. I always die a lot at the second one. I'm going to save it again, because then I can go straight from here instead of past the clang clang doors. There we go. So once you are past the second one, don't even worry about it. So yeah, I die a lot over there, down there. So yeah, hop across. And we're going to make our way down. We do have some levers to pull in between. Don't trust the ladders in this room. There's various ladders, but seemingly you can't jump to them, but you can climb up them. Yeah, don't ask. It's a bit bizarre, and they're kind of buggy. But now to carefully get down without the aid of any ladder, just do a fake grab to land here. Don't trust this ladder. Or that ladder. You can climb them, but we don't need to once we're down. Anyway, we're now going to hop across to the crawl space. We're going to jump to the middle column. You can only jump to the middle column from here, or at least you can't jump to it from there. You kind of just don't grab. Don't know why, because you should be able to, but you just don't. So, hop across. And again. Okay, and then pull this lever. So what that did was open that doorway over there. So now we're going to head that way. Okay, so again, to safely get down to this ledge below, just do a fake grab. So tiny bits of fall damage, it's fine. Pull this lever that's inside here, and that has opened up the gates on the ground floor to allow us to leave. So now, for some reason, this ladder is not grabbable, as I've said, so you will just have to safety drop. And there we go. So as I've said, you can climb the ladders. It's bizarre that you can climb from the bottom, but you can't just jump to them. But now pick a weapon, just deal with the wolves. Okay. And we are back in our starting room. So yeah, reminder, careful of the hole in the floor. And now we have the 3 spheres, we can use this jump switch. Or, as I said earlier, you could use it anyway. There's just no point because we can't go that way, but now we can. Ooh. Straight on into this room, kill the snake. Don't let it scare you. And as you can see, here are the receptacles. So each sphere will open a gate that's right there. Okay, this room can be surprisingly frustrating. So basically, of course, we have a ton of boulders, we can clearly see that. We want to sprint straight through, but don't do the diving roll too soon, because at the end of the roll, Lara does kind of slow down a bit, and she seems to slow down in the wrong place. So don't sprint too soon, otherwise your bar will run out. So do the roll just when the bar is at its very lowest point and you can still do the roll. Pretty tough. And then slide on down. The camera very often breaks right here. You have to hold the look button to actually be able to see anything. But to fix that, just save the game, reload the game. Here we go. Unfortunately, it does cancel out the music, which is a shame. I like that track. But now we have another very buggy room here. So basically, of course, mind the spikes. We have a movable block that we'll need to move, of course. This tile is not a trigger tile. This will raise as a column. This tile is a trigger tile. We need to put the block onto here. This tile, I assume, is potentially a trigger tile, but actually we don't need to put the block onto here. And this tile is not a trigger tile, it will raise as a column. So as you're pushing the block, pushing/pulling, you can have a very random spike to death, even though you're nowhere near the spikes. So to stop that from happening, Hopefully it works every time, but just pull the block once. And then go all the way around. There we go, and then push it straight onto the tile. There we go, so that's raised up the first column, so go ahead, climb on up and into this little gap. Pull the lever, and then that has raised up the next column. I'm just giving the spikes a wide berth because I know how clumsy I am. So of course then straight up to this column and into the gap. So here we have a crowbar lever, so that is fine of course, we've had a crowbar for some time. Okay. And what that did was open up the trapdoor right in the middle of the spikes into the water. So very easy to land this, just do not do a swan dive. Save your game anyway, just in case. A running jump should be perfect. I've died once doing the running jump, but there we go, it shouldn't be an issue. So we're very close to the end of the game now, end of the level I mean, but we still have 2 secrets to grab. So if we swim through to this area, we immediately see an underwater lever and a door. So yes, those two coincide with each other, but firstly, before heading over to that underwater lever, it is actually very easy to miss this doorway. So this is a secret. There we go, open that up, head on through. So towards the top of the ladder, we're going to flip back to the ledge behind, so it's not something that needs to be perfectly lined up for, so that's fine. Just going to make sure I have my pistols ready. And then just make these hops over to the items. And then we will have just a couple of bats. We will, I promise. They're here somewhere. There it is, there's one. So we have a large med pack, 2 explosive arrow bundles, and a laser sight. Unusual item for a secret. There is another bat, by the way, but it doesn't really matter. But anyway, go ahead and now pull this lever. You can see the shadow of the bat. Okay, in we come, climb on out. So it doesn't matter which side you climb on, but don't be too hasty in running forward because don't forget there is another secret. So if you take a look at the ceiling, we can grab this and just make our way straight over to the final secret of the level. There we go, we have yet another grenade gun. So that is it. That is everything to be done. So just run on through to the end. And here we are. So thank you everyone for watching. And I hope to see you next time. Take it easy.